Today, I'm going to be making Bow Wow brownies. It says Bow Wow brownies and ice cream, but honestly, you're not making ice cream. You just add ice cream as a side if you want to. I'm not going to. I'm just going to. The recipe is for brownies. These are from Crook to Cook, Snoop Dogg's recipe book. And so what you need for this recipe, you need 2/3 cup of all-purpose flour, a 1/4 teaspoon baking soda, a 1/2 teaspoon salt, a 1/2 cup of sugar, 3 tablespoons of, it says unsalted butter, I'm using regular salted butter, 2 tablespoons of whole milk, 2.5 cups of milk chocolate morsels, and there are all kinds of different milk chocolate morsels. Kevin and I did a review comparing milk chocolate morsels. So there's some Guittard in here, there's some Good and Gather from Target, there's some Aldi mixed in there, just whatever equal 2.5 cups is what's in there. 2 large eggs and a 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. So you want to preheat your oven to 325 degrees. You want to use an 8 by 8 inch pan, and they say, he says you want to butter it. I'm going to use parchment paper just because I want to be able to cut them, pull it out and cut them nice and neat. So that's why I'm using parchment paper. So you want to take your flour and your baking soda and your salt and just whisk it together and just set that to the side. You're just mixing it together. Then in a medium-sized pan, you want to add your sugar, butter, and milk. So sugar, butter, and milk, and you want to bring this to a boil. So my mixture is boiling. So we're going to take it off the heat, and we're going to add 1.5 cups of our chocolate chips. So you can have gone ahead and had this measured out if you wanted to. I just wanted to show you like this. And so we're going to stir it until it melts and it's smooth. Okay, next you want to add your vanilla and your eggs. It says gradually add the flour to this mixture. So I'm going to go ahead and start adding the flour a little bit at a time. Want to pour this in your pan. Now you want to sprinkle your remaining chocolate chips on top. Now these are going to bake for 25 to 30 minutes. I'm going to put them in for 25 minutes and check on them. But then once they come out, I'll let you know how long they stay total. Okay, the time in the cookbook said 25 to 30 minutes. I actually let these bake for 35 minutes. And so I'm going to let them just sit here and cool a little bit before I cut into them. So I'm going to move my brownies. And it says to cut them into 6 large squares. Okay, he says, my greatest recipe is Bow Wow brownies. The key is to make sure they're nicely baked. If I really want to take it up a notch, I might even add a dash of my secret ingredient. A sprinkle of Snoop's herbs and spices really gives those things a kick. And they'll come out of the oven smelling real aromatic, and a couple bites will leave you feeling like you're on cloud 9. this is why you bought the book, right? So what the hell are you waiting on? Go get baked. Okay.
We didn't add the special ingredient, just to let you know.
I don't have any special ingredients, and I don't think you could get that at Kroger.
No, well, you probably could. Some of the people working there.
And you know what? It doesn't tell you how much to add. So like,
it says a sprinkle.
Is that all it would take? Would be a sprinkle? I've never had that.
Not something in my experience.
No, so I would probably end up adding way too much because I wouldn't know. I wouldn't know how much to add. That is so good. Really good.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, cut the brownies into 6 large squares. Serve topped with vanilla ice cream and chocolate sauce if desired.
Which you don't need it.
So really, the name of the recipe should just be the brownies because that's what you're making. Here's the brownies. You're not making the ice cream.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're very nice. I'm glad he said to use milk chocolate because we would much rather have.
Oh yeah, milk chocolate's much better.
Than semi-sweet.
The outside, the edge, the edges of it have a little bit of a chew to them.
Yes.
Which I like. And me and Tammy both like kind of a gooey center. And this has kind of got a gooey center too.
So I'll let these sit for probably 40 minutes in the pan. And so they're still a little bit warm, but not totally warm.
Hot. No.
No, they're not hot. But I think they have a really good flavor. They were easy to make. It's a lot of stirring, but I didn't have to get out the KitchenAid or anything like that. No heavy machinery was needed to make them.
They have a little bit of a saltiness to them. Good chocolate flavor.
Yeah, it's just really a really nice brownie. So I like these much better than like other box brownies I bought. So like there's just certain name brands on the shelf that would I rather make these or buy the box. I would rather make these than buy those boxes.
And they're easy. They pretty much, you pretty much have most of that stuff in your cabinet except maybe the chips.
Yeah, as long as you have like 2.5 cups of chocolate chips, you're good to go because that's the only thing. Everything else is like normal baking stuff that you would already have all the time. But I hope you enjoyed the video and thanks for watching.